This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your business online. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name's Alexa Ray. And welcome to another video. Welcome to another book haul. You guys know I love doing these on my channel. You know I have a book shopping addiction on this channel. I can't help it. So here we are for today's video. We are going to be going through all the books that I recently bought. I have recently discovered the amazing book prices at Target and Amazon. If you're not familiar, Target has some amazing book prices. They're always running like a 20 to 50% off deal on like all their books, which is literally insane to me. Like, that is such a steal. And then Amazon also does the same. Amazon has some pretty amazing book prices, so I decided to splurge a little bit, pick up some new books that I have been dying to get my hands on. We have some really exciting reads in here. We have some book recs from you guys. We have some book talk books, some fun looking books that I thought would be cool to try out. I have so many amazing and fun books to share with you today, so we are gonna hop right into the video. Before we jump into the book haul, I just want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Squarespace. Squarespace makes it easy for creators and educators to monetize their content in a way that fits their brand. I've recently created my own website through Squarespace to use as a book reviewing platform, so you guys are able to visit my website and look through all the books I've read, as well as in-depth book reviews, book ratings, just like little comments I had throughout my books. With member areas, you're able to unlock a new revenue stream for your business, and you're able to free up time in your schedule by selling access to gated content like classes, online courses, or newsletters. You can also gain powerful insights into who's visiting your site, as well as how they're interacting with your content, which I think is so cool. So using the analytics tools that Squarespace provides you with is super cool and beneficial. It also just helps with deciding what content you want to post, because it shows you what content people are interacting with more and what content people aren't really interacting with, as well as when they're interacting with it. And so Squarespace provides you with these amazing analytics tools that you're able to kind of see how everyone is engaging with your site. The analytics tools include page views, traffic sources, time on site, most read content, audience geography, and so much more. I find it's really helpful when I'm trying to figure out what time I should post and what time people are more active at and stuff like that. The last thing I absolutely love and totally take advantage of using Squarespace is that I'm able to link my social media accounts to my website. So I linked my Instagram, my YouTube, literally all my social media websites I have linked directly on my website. And if you want to visit my profiles, you can actually click directly on the links on my website and the links will redirect you to my profiles. I love being able to link all my social medias in one place just so it's easy for everyone to find. You can go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/AlexaRay to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Thank you so much again to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video, and let's jump in to the book haul. Okay guys, we're gonna jump right into this book haul. I have 9 books to show you today. I'm so freaking excited. These are all from Target. For the most part, they're all like 20% off their normal retail price. I think there's some in here that's like 30% off, which is just so crazy to me that Target discounts like all their books. I just thought that was so crazy and such a steal. So I definitely took advantage of the sale, and I have so many fun and exciting books to share. So jumping right in, I picked up Book Lovers by Emily Henry. If you guys have been around for a hot minute, you know that I read a book of hers a few months ago during a reading vlog. It was People We Meet on Vacation, and I did not like that book one bit. I just thought it was super boring and slow. I just didn't like the writing style or anything about it. Since then, I have not picked up another Emily Henry book because I'm just kind of traumatized from reading that one. I just didn't think I would ever like another book of hers. So many of you though over the past few months have been trying to get me to give her another chance. Finally doing it. Book Lovers. Book Lovers is her newest release and has really good reviews. A lot of you have said that if I wanted to pick up another Emily Henry book, I should definitely try Book Lovers because it is just so amazing. So I'm trusting you guys. I decided to pick it up and give her a chance again. Book Lovers sounds like the perfect type of read in my opinion. To people who love and bond over books, it just sounds like the perfect read to me, honestly. I have high hopes for this. It has really good reviews. Nora's life is booked. She's read them all, and she is not that type of heroine. Not the plucky one, not the laid-back dream girl, and especially not the sweetheart. In fact, the only people Nora is a heroine for are her clients, for whom she lands enormous deals as a cutthroat literary agent, and her beloved little sister, Libby. Which is why she agrees to go to Sunshine Falls, North Carolina for the month of August when Libby begs her for her sister's trip away. The visions of a small-town transformation for Nora, who she's convinced needs to become the heroine in her own story. But instead of picnics in meadows or run-ins with a handsome country doctor or bulging four-armed bartenders, Nora keeps bumping into Charlie Lastra, a bookish, brooding editor from back in the city. It would be a meet-cute if not for the fact they've met many times and it's never been cute. If Nora knows she's not an ideal heroine, Charlie knows he's nobody's hero, but as they are thrown together again and again, in a series of coincidences no editor worth their salt would allow, what they discover might just unravel the carefully crafted stories they've written about themselves. Okay, see, like that sounds so freaking cute. I have high hopes. Next up we have The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. This book, guys, you already know, I picked this book up a few months ago and then I put it back down immediately because it just seemed like the creepiest book to me. I don't know, but it just sounds and looks so creepy to me. It looks like it's like the cover of like a horror movie. Honestly, that's just my opinion. After voicing my concerns several times on my channel, so many of you have told me that this is such a good book and it's actually not as scary as it seems. So I finally have decided to give it a chance and pick it up. When I saw it was at Target for 20% off, I was like, you know what, why not? I'm gonna pick it up, we're gonna try it. I'm probably going to put it on my TBR list for the month of October because I want to do like a huge spooky readathon during that time. But I finally picked it up. I'm excited. I have mixed feelings about it. I don't want to say I have high hopes for it because I'm like a huge baby when it comes to reading like scary stuff like this, so we'll see what happens. But so many of you have recommended this and it has really good ratings and reviews, so we are gonna give it a try. Alicia's life is seemingly perfect until one night when her husband Gabriel returns home late from work and Alicia shoots him 5 times in the face and then never speaks another word. Alicia's refusal to talk or give any kind of explanation turns a domestic tragedy into a mystery that captures the public imagination. And she, the silent patient, is hidden away from the tabloids at the Grove, a secure psychiatric unit in North London. Criminal psychotherapist Theo Faber is captivated by Alicia's story and jumps at the opportunity to work with her. His determination to get her to talk and unravel the mystery of why she shot her husband will take him down a path more unexpected and more terrifying than he ever imagined. I don't know, guys. It seems really creepy. I mean, she literally shot her husband 5 times in the face. Yeah, I don't know. We will see what this is all about in the upcoming months. So the next book I have is One Italian Summer by Rebecca Surley. I also recently just picked up In 5 Years, which is also by Rebecca Surley, and both of these books are like super popular book talk books at the moment. This is a super popular summer read and a lot of people rave about this, so I finally picked it up. It's One Italian Summer, so it takes place in Italy, of course. You guys know I love my European books, my European romances. It's so vibey to me. I just love reading books that take place in other countries for some reason. Cover is absolutely gorgeous. It has this foil detailing to it, which makes it shiny. I think it's so pretty and vibey and summery. From reading the little summary of it, it seems kind of sad, but we'll see, we'll see. When Katie's mother dies, she's left reeling. Carol wasn't just Katie's mom, but her best friend and first phone call. Even Katie's husband can't seem to get through to her. She is lost without her anchor. Her mother was her true north. To make matters worse, the mother-daughter trip of a lifetime looms. Going to Italy, following the very same route Carol did as a young woman. Katie has been waiting years for Carol to take her, and now suddenly she is faced with embarking on the adventure alone. But as soon as she steps foot on the beautiful Amalfi Coast, buoyed by the stunning cliffsides, delectable food, and charming hotel staff, Katie begins to feel her mother's spirit. And then Carol appears for real, in the flesh, healthy and sustained. 30 years old, Katie doesn't understand what is happening or how. But over the course of her time in Italy, Katie gets to know Carol in this new form, and soon she must reconcile the mother who knew everything with the young woman who does not yet have a clue. One Italian Summer is Rebecca Surley's next great love story, a transcendent novel about how we move on after loss and how the people we love never truly leave us. This sounds like such a tearjerker, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this might be a book that gets me and makes me tear up a little bit. It sounds really good. It sounds very heartfelt and cute, so I'm excited to see see like what happens in the story. Next up we have The Dead Romantics. This I have just recently started to see like all over Book Talk. A lot of people are talking about this and saying it is so freaking good. So I was so excited when I saw it at Target. I was like, I need to grab that now, because if I don't grab it now, I would never see it again. So I'm happy I picked it up. It's a Good Morning America book club pick, which is super cool. And it also has reviews from authors like Christina Lauren and Allie Hazelwood, which are two of my favorite authors over on my channel. So I have very high hopes for this book. Florence Day is the ghostwriter for one of the prolific romance authors in the industry, and she has a problem. After a terrible breakup, she no longer believes in love. It's as good as dead. When her new editor, a too handsome mountain of a man, won't give her an extension on her book deadline, Florence prepares to kiss her career goodbye. But then she gets a phone call she never wanted to receive, and she must return home for the first time in a decade to help her family bury her beloved father. For 10 years, she's run from the town that never understood her, and even though she misses the sounds of a warm southern night and her eccentric loving family and their funeral parlor, she can't bring herself to stay. Her father's gone, yet everything else feels the same, and she hates it. Till she finds a ghost standing at the front door, just as broad and handsome as ever, and he's just as confused about why he's there as she is. Romance is most certainly dead, but so is her new editor, and his unfinished business will have her second-guessing everything she's ever known about love stories. This sounds so crazy. So her editor dies? I'm so excited for this. Next up, we have The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling. This is like a witchy romance book, and it's going to be perfect for this upcoming spooky season. I'm so excited. Kind of gives me like Sabrina vibes, if you guys are familiar with like Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That's like the same vibe that I'm getting from this. So I'm really excited to see what it's about. 9 years ago, Vivian Jones nursed her broken heart like any young witch would. Vodka, weepy music, bubble baths, and a curse on a horrible boyfriend. Sure, Vivi knows she shouldn't use her magic this way, but with only an orchard hayride, scented candle on hand, she isn't worried it will cause him anything more than a bad hair day or two. That is until Raye's Penhallow, descendant of the town's ancestors, breaker of hearts, and annoyingly just as gorgeous as he always was, returns to Graves Glen, Georgia, which should be a quick trip to recharge the town's key lines and make an appearance at the annual fall fair turns disastrously wrong. With one after another striking rise, Vivi realizes her silly little ex-hex may not have been so harmless after all. Suddenly, Graves Glen is under attack from murderous wind-up toys, a pissed-off ghost, and a talking cat with some interesting things to say. Vivi and Rise have to ignore their off-the-charts chemistry to work together to save the town and find a way to break the breakup curse before it's too late. This sounds so funny, but also like so good. Like, I'm so excited for this. It's going to be such a fun Halloween October read. I already know I'm going to love this. Next up I have As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. This is the third book in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I have read book 1 already, and I really enjoyed it. I thought the storyline was so freaking crazy, and I also loved how like passionate Pip was the entire time trying to like uncover this massive mystery. So I picked up book 2 a few weeks ago, and I saw book 3 on sale at Target, and I was like, you know, why not? I know I'm gonna want it eventually, so here we are. I'm super excited. I hear such great things about book 1 and 2, but I do hear really mixed reviews about book 3. A lot of people don't like it for some reason, and they say that like Pip's character is just so different compared to the first two. So I'm really interested to see like what happens and like what changes her in the series. You'll never think of Good Girls the same way again. Pip is about to head to college, but she's still haunted by the way her last investigation ended. She's used to online death threats in the wake of her viral true crime podcast, but she can't help noticing an anonymous person who keeps asking her, who will look for you when you're the one who disappears? Soon the threats escalate, and Pip realizes that someone is following her in real life. When she starts to find connections between her stalker and a local serial killer caught 6 years ago, she wonders if maybe the wrong man is behind bars. Police refuse to act, so Pip has only one choice: find the suspect herself or be the next victim. As the deadly game plays out, Pip discovers everything in her small town is coming full circle, and if she doesn't find the answers this time, she will be the one who disappears. Okay, I'm so excited. This one and book 2 are other books that I'm trying to save for October because they're like mystery thriller books. Ravi was mentioned in book 1 and book 2, but he's not mentioned in this one. I'm kind of nervous to see like what happens. Next up, we have Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm so freaking happy to finally get my hands on this. I've wanted to get this book for so long, but they only had it available in a hardcover version. And it's not that I didn't want the hardcover version, but the hardcover version was so like big and bulky. I didn't think it would look good on my bookshelf, so I just never got it. But they've recently come out with the paperback ones, and I'm happy because I finally got one. So Taylor Jenkins Reid is also one of my favorite authors. I've read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and Daisy Jones and the Six, and they both were just so freaking good. So I have high hopes for like all of her books. Malibu, August 1983. It's the day of Nina Riva's annual end of the summer party, and anticipation is at a fever pitch. Everyone wants to be around the famous Rivas. Nina, the talented surfer and supermodel, brothers Jay and Hud, one a championship surfer, the other a renowned photographer, and their adored baby sister Kit. Together, the siblings are a source of fascination, especially as the offspring of the legendary singer Mick Riva. By midnight, the party will be completely out of control. By morning, the Riva mansion will have gone up in flames. But before the first spark in the early hours before dawn, the alcohol will flow, the music will play, and the loves and secrets that shape this family's generations will all come rising to the surface. Malibu Rising is a story about one forgettable night in the life of a family. The night they each have to choose what they will keep from the people who made them and what they will leave behind. This sounds so freaking good. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. The last two books I have here are both Sally Rooney books, and I'm so freaking excited to see these books everywhere. You guys hype them up so much and say they're like the best books ever, so I'm really excited to finally have my hands on them. First one is Conversations with Friends, and then the second one is Beautiful World, Where Are You? Both of these books look absolutely amazing. This one just looks so cute. Alice, a novelist, meets Felix, who works in a warehouse, and asks him if he'd like to travel to Rome with her. In Dublin, her best friend Eileen is getting over a breakup and slips back into flirting with Simon, a man she has known since childhood. Alice, Felix, Eileen, and Simon are still young, but life is catching up with them. They desire each other, they delude each other, they get together, they break apart. They have sex, they worry about sex, they worry about their friendships and the world they live in. Are they standing in the last lighted room before the darkness, bearing witness to something? Will they find a way to believe in a beautiful world? This sounds really interesting, and I can't wait to see what it's all about. Kind of seems like a crazy read. I feel like Sally Rooney is really good at writing characters and realistic feeling, but I'm super excited to see what this is all about. And then we have Conversations with Friends, which I see the most about recently. A lot of people say this is such a great book, and I always see really cool and fun quotes from it, so I'm excited to try it out. Frances is a cool-headed and darkly observant young woman, vaguely pursuing a career in writing while studying in Dublin. Her best friend is the beautiful and endlessly self-possessed Bobby. At a local poetry performance one night, they meet a well-known photographer, and as the girls are then gradually drawn into her world, Frances is reluctantly impressed by the older woman's sophisticated home and handsome husband Nick. But however amusing Frances and Nick's flirtation seems at first, it begins to give way to a strange and then painful intimacy. Written with gem-like precision and marked by a sly sense of humor, Conversation with Friends is wonderfully alive to the pleasures and dangers of youth and the messy edges of a female friendship. This sounds so not what I expected it to sound like, but I'm excited. I have high hopes. I hear amazing things about this. It's also a Hulu original series, which I didn't know, but I'm excited. Those were the 9 books in my book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it and had fun. I hope you're able to take away some books from this haul, some that you haven't read yet that maybe you'd love to read or try out. I am really excited about all of them. I have some really fun summer reads in here, but I also have like some super fun spooky reads in here that I'm really excited to throw into like my October TBR. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you saw a book in this haul that you read before, make sure to comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Let me know if you liked it, if you disliked it, and stuff like that. I always love seeing what you guys have to say about books, and a lot of these are recs from you guys, so I'd love to hear your opinions on them, and I also just love like chit-chatting with you guys in the comments about all the books. But if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up because it really helps me out, lets me know that you like these types of videos, you like my reading vlogs, my book hauls, my bookstore vlogs, and all that fun book-related content. And then of course, don't forget to subscribe down below if you'd like to see more of me, because I post every single week, and sometimes I post more than once a week. It's basically free entertainment every single week, so you guys might as well subscribe. And with all that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next video.